Yo, what's up, guys? KikoSuarez here. Welcome back to a brand new episode of Kiko's Corner. And today, bro, it's 12:01 a.m. I need to wake up at 8 in the morning, so this one is gonna be a quick one. Watch me say that. It's probably gonna be like a 15-20 minute long episode. But today, Barcelona drops points against Granada 3-3. We're gonna be talking about that. In the Premier League, we have Arsenal. I don't know if it was a fluke. I don't know if it was a great performance. I don't know if it was their nature, but beating West Ham 6-0. And then we have Manchester United beating Aston Villa 2-1. Is Manchester United finally back? We will talk about that. And then last but not least, probably the topic that all of you want me to talk about, the one that just happened, the one that literally just ended like 30 minutes ago. Your Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions of 2024, beating the 49ers 22-. I already forgot the score. I already forgot what it was. I just saw it and I made money on it. 25-22 in overtime. We're gonna be freaking talking about it. But before we do, please go ahead. If you're watching on YouTube, please go ahead and subscribe and drop a like. If you're listening on Apple Music or Spotify or whatever you listen to your podcast, please leave us a review of 5-star. It really helps me out. And last but not least, make sure to follow us on all social media. I'm Kiko Suarez, all across the board, on TikTok, on Twitter, on Snapchat, on Instagram, anywhere that you might think I could be there. Just type in I'm Kiko Suarez and I'm probably there. And last but not least, shout out to our partners, Chalkboard, link in bio. If you want to bet on player props like I did today, like I did for McCaffrey and Mahomes. McCaffrey, 1 touchdown, free as air. And then Mahomes over rushing yards and got $25 all the way to 126. Link in bio. Use code Kiko, 100% match on your first deposit up to $100. And yeah, let's cash out. The football season's over, but we still have NBA and we still have the Premier League. So you can bet on that on Chalkboard. But now that that is out of the way, let's just talk about the things that everyone wants to talk about. First off, let's talk about Barcelona. What happened today, bro? What happened today? I'll be honest with you, I wasn't watching at first. I did see Lamine Yamal's first goal. And then after that, I was like, you know what? Lamine already scored. They're probably going to be fine, right? They're probably going to be fine. Ricardo Sanchez goes ahead and scores a goal. And I'm like, oh, it's 1-1. I'm going to keep an eye on it. I'm going to keep an eye out on the side. Whatever. Facundo Pellistri scores an insane goal on the first post. Like, they crossed and he's on the first post and he just rockets it at Andreas ter Stegen, who just came back today. Top of the roof of the net. And now it's 2-1 Granada. That's when I decided, you know what? I need to go live. I need to go live right now because this is exactly a game that I need to see what the people are saying on the live. I went live. We had like 500 people watching. And Robert Lewandowski scores right there and there. 3 minutes later, it's 2-2 now. 2-2. You would think, okay, Barcelona is back on the saddle, back on everything. What happens? Ignacy Miquel makes it 3-2 on the 66th minute. 24 minutes to go for Barcelona to possibly drop points. And what happens at the 80th minute? Lamine Yamal gets the ball back of something that could have been a foul. VAR doesn't call it. Turns, puts a rocket to the first post and makes it 3-3. A 16-year-old Lamine Yamal is the reason why Barcelona did not drop points today. Let me tell you this. You guys know I don't troll. You guys know I don't really need that content. I don't really aim for that. And I really don't have a reason to make fun of Barcelona. So, that being out of the way, what is up with Barca? What needs to happen? Because dropping points against Granada, who at the moment, they are the 19th place in the league with 13 points. They have won a total of 2 games. Tied 7, lost the other 15. 26 goals in favor, 48 goals against. 13 points in total. Now Barcelona is third with 51 points, 10 points behind Real Madrid, and 5 points behind Girona for the second place. Obviously, a lot of people want to, like, when I was in the live, a lot of people were saying, oh, Xavi out, like, this is it, like I don't care if he's going at the end of the season, like, fire him now, nothing can get worse, blah, 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 blah. Also, another mistake, which I was baffled, and I don't understand the reason for it. Why did he bench Ronald Araujo? Why was he on the bench? He only did 3 subs, by the way. He only put Rafinha, Fermin Lopez, and Mark Gui. And also the starting 11, Yamal, Lewandowski, Pedri at the left wing position. I don't get that. Christensen playing CDM for some reason with Frankie de Jong and Gundogan. And then Kunde, Kubarski, Inigo Martinez, and Joao Cancelo. I don't understand what the whole point of this was. Obviously, I'm looking online. It says it was a 4-3-3. I don't remember paying that much attention on the second half. It was just a cluster at that point and when it came down to formation. So I don't think it was a 4-3-3. But whatever, you guys can let me know. And then Granada played to their strength. Granada play, if we look at the stats, possession-wise, 34 possession, 312 passes versus 625 from Barcelona. But both of them have the same shots, 11-11, and shots on target, 6 and 5. And Granada somehow had less fouls than Barcelona. And offsides, Barcelona had 3. When you really think about it, bro, Granada, chapeau. Bro, you guys got a point that you weren't supposed to. Obviously feels bittersweet because you were this close to get your win. But still, bro, getting a point from Montjuic is a big win. And for Barcelona, I don't know how to fix it. I don't know if it's something internal. I don't know if it's at the coaching level that Xavi is really not helping you guys out. Or if it's something related to the players not being good enough. Maybe they're tired. Maybe there's not that mentality anymore. Maybe the physicality is not there. But yeah, Barcelona fans, let me know. Let me know. You can hit me up on Twitter. I'm ImKikoSuarez on Twitter, on X, the new code X. And let me know your thoughts because I personally don't understand. I really don't understand how that was a thing. But let's move. First, let's talk about Manchester United. Why not? Let's talk about Manchester United. Manchester United, Aston Villa. This game, Rasmus Højlund. Bro, first 17 minutes in, he gets his goal. It's 1-0. And at that point, I was like, you know what? Hey, you guys are doing good. Manchester United doing good. Back on track. Ten Hag might finally have some form and actually being able to keep the same starting 11. But what happens in the 67th minute? Douglas Luiz scores a really good goal and does the shimmy. This guy went ahead and did the shimmy like freaking Steph Curry on the Manchester United goalkeeper, on Onana and the defenders. And bro, let me be honest here. I was watching this game. If Douglas Luiz could finish his plate, if he could finish his food, this is not a 2-1 for United. I'm sorry. Douglas Luiz had like 3 more chances, maybe 2 more chances. Maybe I'm over-exaggerating. It felt like 3 more chances. That if this guy puts it in the back of the net, Aston Villa wins 3-1. They fully go ahead and take over the game. But he couldn't. And there's a say, el que no las hace, o el que se las hace las perdona, se me olvida. Basically, the saying goes, it's just like, whichever ones you forgive, they're going to be done to you. McTominay. Scott McTominay, this underprofiled or off-profiled misunderstood striker who is forced to be a CDM, scores a header in the 86th minute. This dude is a serial winner. He should be a striker. He should be playing up front. But no, they have him a CDM for some odd reason. Scott McTominay puts the 2-1 against Aston Villa. And this guy doesn't make sense. He's the top goal scorer for Manchester United with 7 goals. I want to make sure that I say that right. I want to make sure that I'm saying this right. Let me look at FOMO real quick. Because I know for a fact this guy, if we go to Manchester, and also while I'm here, let me see. Douglas Luiz. He had a total of Yeah, bro. He had another. Okay, so he had two chances. One on the 72nd, which was blocked, which I don't. I think that was a chance that he should have capitalized. But then he has one on the 77th minute. That's the one that I'm saying. If he had actually scored on, this is a completely different story. But if we go to Manchester United right now, stats. Top goal scorer is McTominay with 7 goals in the league. Then follow up with Alejandro Garnacho and Rasmus Højlund with five each. Assist is Bruno Fernandes with 5, and then Marcus Rashford and Garnacho with 2 each. That is not good. If a CDM is your top goal scorer, that is not good. Something has to change, and it might change. But Manchester United is 6th position with 41 points, 11 points behind Arsenal, who we're going to be talking about in a second, and 13 points behind Liverpool, who is at the very top in the number 1 position. Obviously, Manchester City second with 52 points, but they have a game in hand, so they might be top of the table once they get that game. But let's go talk about Arsenal now. We are talking about this game. West Ham fans were leaving the stadium at halftime. That's how much of a trashing it was. Because the goals came very fast, by the way. You're talking about 32nd minute, Saliba scores. 41st minute, Saka scores. 44th minute, Gabriel scores. 45th plus 2, so the 47th minute of the first half, Trossard scores. At that point, it's 4-0, the game's over, right? And the fans are leaving the stadium. And just to make it worse, just to add that pinch of salt, just to add that cherry on top, Saka scores a second goal on the 63rd, and then Rice scores a 65th minute goal. Rice had 2 assists and 1 goal. Saka was the man of the match according to FarmUp, had 2 goals. Odegaard had 2 assists. Ben White had 1 assist. Saliba and Gabriel, like I said, had 2 goals. That is insane. That is a extremely, extremely good performance from Arsenal. 25 shots, 12 on target, 6 big chances, and 2 miss. So they did 6 big chances that they scored, and they missed 2. This could have been a 2-0, an 8-0 trashing. That is insane. Arsenal, bro, you guys know that I just dislike your fans, but when your team is on, your team is on. And if you guys can replicate this in Europe, I could see them going very far. In the Champions League, which is back this season, this week, by the way, Arsenal. They're going against Porto. First game is in Portugal, so that should give them at least some issues, I would expect. But once they're back in London, it's gonna be wraps. It's gonna be wraps unless they fumble, unless they feel like the lights are too bright. They should honestly just go ahead and finish the game and win it and go through to the round or to the quarterfinals. Now. Let's move on to the game of the day, the most important game of the season for the NFL, the Super Bowl. I don't know what number that is. It LV111 48. I think that might be 48. Super Bowl 48. I haven't done Greek numbers in a while, so I think this is it. No, what number? Wait, what? 'Is this? $58. Okay, I got it right. Cool. I got it right. So 58, Super Bowl 58, San Francisco 49ers 22, Kansas City Chiefs 25. It goes to overtime. And in overtime, bro, let me go from the beginning of the game. Let me talk. Christian McCaffrey. He was the best player of this team. He was the best player in the league. He should have been the MVP, but the MVP is a quarterback award, and Lamar Jackson got it. But you could tell the difference whenever Christian McCaffrey had the ball, whenever they were running the plays through him, and when they were playing it through Purdy and Deebo Samuels and Ayuk and all of them. When you gave Christian McCaffrey the ball, he was doing like what? Let me look at the stats, because you can see he was averaging 3.6 yards per carry. That means pretty much every time that he carried the ball, Every 3 times they were getting a first down. That is insanity. That is insanity. And on top of that, he got 80 yards receiving, 8 catches, 80 yards, 10 yards per catch. That is insanity, my guy. Insanity. Brandon Ayuk did his thing, 3 catches, 49 yards. Juwan Jennings, this guy was going to walk into the most random MVP, finals MVP, Super Bowl MVP in history, because this guy not only had a touchdown, he also had a passing touchdown from a play that it was a play catch or whatever it's called, where Purdy gives it to Jennings. Jennings goes to the other side, stops, and behind the line of scrimmage, sends it to McCaffrey. McCaffrey just takes off. Amazing play. And I'm very sad for McCaffrey. But that's about it when it comes down to the 49ers. And now we talk about the future dynasty, the dynasty that is in the NFL right now, the baby goat, Patrick Mahomes, and then Travis Kelce and Andy Reid. Because my God, dude, Patrick Mahomes, 46 attempts, 34 completed, 333 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Also, he had 66 yards. 66 yards. Hear me out. 66 yards in the rushing. And then freaking Travis Kelce, who started the first half with 1 catch or 1 target, 1 catch, 1 yard. That's all he got in the first half. Second half, I think he had 10 targets, 8 more catches, 92 more yards. This guy almost hit 100 yards in one half. And people were getting mad at him for like screaming at Andy Reid and everything. That's passion. Him, Mahomes, and Andy Reid have been together for years. If you think at this point they're not going to be heated and they don't know what conversations to have with each other and when to bring the emotion out, you're a fool. You're ignorant. You're ignorant, bro. At this point, you just know in the locker room, Andy Reid probably went off. But he told him, you're going to play every single snap. And what he do? He played almost every single snap. And he paid off. He did his side of the bargain. And then Mahomes is just greatness, dude. There was a point in the overtime. It was 4th down and like 2 yards. And they needed to get it. If they don't complete this, they get out of the Super Bowl. What do? They're not passing the ball. They did. They pretended that they were going to pass the ball. But nobody but Mahomes was going to run that ball. Nobody. If they died on that hill, they were going to die by that sword. But he did it. Eyes in his veins. And he put it there. And then slowly but surely, just suffocating the 49ers. Just knowing them, they were going to be into their independent doom. They were done for. And it was just a matter of time for it happening until Mahomes put the dagger. And they win with one last touchdown by Mecole Hardman, who is, shout out to Melina, a Georgia dog, which is insane. Insane how many freaking dogs, how many Georgia alumni are in the NFL right now. But regardless, bro, we're talking about Mahomes now has 4 Super Bowl appearances, 3 wins. 3 wins at 28 years old. Has made it to the AFC Championship every single time ever since he became a starter. And then on top of that, he has only lost against Brady. The only person to ever beat him in the playoffs, or to have a positive record, I think it is, or the only person to beat him more than once is Brady, 2-0, which is insane. Now there's talks, there's rumblings, because now the Super Bowl, ever since the Patriots, there hasn't been a back-to-back. There has ever been a three-peat in the Super Bowl. The Chiefs could easily be the first team to go back to do the three-peat. And let me tell you this. If Mahomes gets the three-peat, doesn't matter if he doesn't catch Brady. He will have 4 Super Bowls with a three-peat. He will just need 1 more ring, and at that point, I think it's pretty safe that everyone will be like, he's the greatest of all time. Because at the moment, I think he's the best quarterback I've ever seen in my life. I do truly think so. In the sense of like what we've seen and how he improves and what his potential could be, because we don't know if this is a peak, we don't know if this is a prime. But if he gets a three-peat, maybe another MVP, and then 1 more ring, and then he ends with 5, 3 MVPs and whatever, doesn't matter that Brady has 7. It legitimately does. Because if Mahomes was to retire at 30 with that record, just give it to him. He's the GOAT. But I honestly also do think that he's not chasing Brady. I honestly do think he's not chasing Brady. I think he's chasing Bill Russell. I think he's going for 12. That is basically impossible. Let me repeat that. That is basically impossible in the NFL. It will be unheard of. He will be the equivalent of the NHL guy, the NHL GOAT. NHL GOAT. I'm forgetting his name. Wayne Gretzky. If you don't know who Wayne Gretzky is, I'm going on a tangent right now. Go look him up. Go look up his stats. This man is the definition of the greatest of all time and the most dominant player in a sport. There's no way. Like, bro, if you ever thought the Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, the Brady Mahomes, the LeBron James, Michael Jordan, I don't know for golf, Tiger Woods versus the other guy. I forget his name because of popularity. I don't know who the other guy is. Jack Nicholson, I think. That might be an actor, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? The Pelé Maradona, all those debates. There's legitimate not a single debate in hockey. It's Wayne Gretzky and who is the second GOAT? Who is second place? This guy has the most points, the most assists, the most goals. If you remove his goals, he still has more assists than the second guy, than the next guy coming with goals and assists. It is insane how much Wayne Gretzky dominates, and I think that's what Mahomes is on the way to. That we're gonna run out of ways of saying that he is not the greatest of all time. He's gonna dominate football the way that Wayne Gretzky dominated hockey. But hey, bro, 49ers. Shout out to my grandpa, bro. He's a 49ers fan, and he's probably pissed, bro. This is the 3rd Super Bowl in like 5 years or 12 years that he has to go through that he sees his 49ers lose again. Bro, like, it is unbelievable. But yeah, those were the 3 things that you needed to know. Barcelona dropping points against Granada. Arsenal maybe back, and Manchester United maybe back, or Arsenal is really that good and Manchester United maybe is back, and then your Chiefs, Reid, Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, and Patrick Mahomes are your Super Bowl winners. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. If you did, make sure to leave a 5-star review, drop a like if you're watching on YouTube, and yeah, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.